Hello and welcome everyone to week 6 of the National Esports Collegiate Conference, where there is no time to spare. I'm in a party with the UMass white team right now and they are already queuing up to the field, so we might be looking at this just for a moment while Fuel Esports joins. But as you can see, week 6 of the regular season, we have UMass white team going against Fuel Esports. Now, the UMass white team, consisting of Illegally Grant, MP3, and Newton's Second Law, does have their work cut out for them here, as Fuel Esports is ranked as the number 2 team in their area. Now, they were number 1 team, but another team has stolen that spot from them very, very recently, but that does not mean that they're any less ready for today. So, UMass White, with a record of 3-2 for this season so far, definitely needs to lock in here and bring their A game. They run the risk of going neutral for their season score if they do not. However, if they can pull ahead right here, they will be boasting a 4-2 season score, 4 series wins and only 2 losses. If you remember, at the end of last stream, they did play a doubleheader. They lost one and then won one. So they did win that second one, meaning they are technically on a winning streak. If they can keep that going tonight, they will be doing just fine. Now, this is still a part of the regular season, which means we are running a best of 5 here. So the first team to take home 3 game wins takes the entire series. If you remember from last week, UMass liked to play 2 separate best of 5s, both of them going to game 5, one of them even taking an overtime. Ideally, if you're a UMass White fan, you want to see them 3-0 sweep tonight. Not entirely sure what is happening here. Give me 1 second and let me check if anything is going wrong per se. Alright, we are all good. I was worried for a second that I had the wrong lobby, but it seems like there was just a little bit of delay from Fuel Esports. Now everybody is ready. Seems like everybody is good to go. So, as the clock ticks down, it is game time in the first game of this best of 5 series. Starting off strong, Newton second, almost a goal right off the bat. Not ready for that, though. Brand as well gets a good bump, and MP3 taking over. Already, UMass White forcing me to say all 3 players' names, putting up equal effort here. All of them locked in, came to play. UMass White takes the first goal of this series, of this game. 10 seconds in. Grant looking to find one more, can't quite get it across, does drop it down in front of the net, and noted there on Fuel Esports, gonna kick that one away. Takes the dribble too, but Newton second, denying that one. Takes it to the corner himself. 65 boost, looks for an airplay. Doesn't quite get the power he wants. Almost the dunk, though. Instead, Fuel Esports now with a retaliation. Shot comes out, MP3 staying calm. Clears that one away. On target as well. Fuel Esports needs to clear that to the side. Newton second, though, taking over once again. MP3 does get a touch there. You can tell by the blue trail on the ball, but unfortunately it is going to be back towards their corner. Both teams seems like they're fully awake here. I know this match was rescheduled, or at least the timing wise. There were some complications from Fuel Esports, and then UMass could not schedule it later as they have their break coming up. Both teams were able to compromise here, and there it is. Newton second, putting away the second goal. Great pass from Grant down to MP3. MP3 off the backboard. Newton second, wide open net, takes full advantage there. And UMass White now up by 2. Grant with a strong kickoff is forced to leave it though. Disdain can take over. He comes back with a vengeance though. Good block in the air. Opens up for MP3. MP3 in front of the net. Last defender does block the shot. Doing second in the corner. Tries for a bump. Almost gets it off. MP3 now. Forced to clear it over the defender and not in the net, unfortunately. Disdain now off the sidewall. Wave dashes, using that speed, but can't catch it. Grant, though, can, however. Takes that touch, gets it low around 1. Had to get it around his teammate as well. A little bit awkward, but it did work out. Doing second, takes the air here. Looking for possibly a double off the back wall. No, misses it. Leaves it for Grant, actually. Grant takes a shot, gets blocked, immediately follows up with a demo. Fuel Esports perhaps a little bit overwhelmed here. As second in the league, might not have expected just how quickly UMass White can get things rolling. MP3 clears to the backboard, doing second, already up, touches it, no bounce into the net. Game is not even halfway over, but UMass White is up by 3. Great positional awareness there from everybody on the field. MP3 to the backboard to get it around the defenders. Newton second, finishing it off. Knows what his teammate was going to do. Great communication. Grant 50's noted in the midfield. Noted going to clear it to the corner. Newton second, touch over 1. Tries for 50 with another. Does get around him. Not on target just yet. Grant low on boost. Flicks it over the defenders there. We're able to get back. Sustain full on boost. Oh, demo comes out. Sustain still able to stay on that ball though. Gets a good touch to the blue side. Grant off of the back wall. A little bit awkward. Does manage to control it. Grabs the boost as well. Gets a pump on one of the defenders. Can't quite catch up to the ball after it though. Sustain. A good dunk right there. Gets in front of the net. A little bit too high though. Nobody on Fuel Esports able to do anything with it. Nobody tries for a cheeky touch down in front of the net. MP3 low on boost clears that one away. With 50 by Grant. Sustain overplaying just a little bit, trying to dime his teammate up. MP3 fakes that one. Fuel Esports, don't know who that was, but they were long gone there. Ball now just floating in front of Fuel Esports net. UMass cannot put it away just yet. MP3 strong in the back line there. Able to get the catch as well. Decent 50, it is behind him. Bit awkward there. Grant looking for a touch, looking for a 50, doesn't find it. About a minute left. UMass White looking for one more to secure their victory here. Already up by 3. They have not let Fuel Esports score even once. Although both teams putting up strong defense here. Neither team able to score. Since the last time, it's been at least a minute. Teams have that momentum. Shots on target. Can they get back? No, it's just slightly off target. Just a bit outside and wide. Oh no, Fuel Esports, that was their chance. No one could catch up to it, but it was not on target. Second kicks it out. Grant and MP3 both up. They get a weird series of touches right there that actually resulted in it going towards the orange half. 10 seconds left. Both teams kind of want one more goal just to have the momentum going into game 2 here. Fuel Esports might find it. Ball is in front of the blue net. Can they do anything with it? No. Ball is going to touchdown. GG's all around right there off the first game. And UMass White is going to take the first win in this series. You can see Newton second, the MVP here. 2 goals out of 4 shots. Not bad at all. UMass White with as many goals as Fuel Esports had registered shots. Means that UMass is doing a great job on defense there, keeping Fuel Esports away from the net. Also doing well on offense to keep that pressure on. Both teams now already played one game. They should be fully warmed up here as we head into game 2. Fuel Esports now down a win in the series. UMass White just needs 2 more. If they keep doing what they're doing, it'll look good for them. Although Newton second does not need to keep doing that. Almost touched into his own net. Good control though. Recognizing his teammates were there. They were able to take over that play. Grant to pinch off the sidewall. Going to be denied by Sustain. Newton second kicks it to the corner. Sustain can't get the touch he wants. Does get a pass over though. Could have been dangerous. Grant off the back walls in front of the net. Sustain gets it just enough away there from MP3. Shot, no, it's going to be a miss, and Newton second has all the time in the world to do what they need with this. 54 boost, though, does force a 50. Off the backboard, Grant's going to clear it around the last defender. It doesn't look like Newton's going to be able to catch up for it, and no. Grant is going to be the first one to put a goal away in game 2 here. Just a defensive touch, but all of Fuel Esports was just too close to the blue net there. No one could get back, and so UMass White now up by 1 already. We've seen UMass White play many games at this point. We know they like that first goal within that first minute. And more often than not, when they get it, it does mean a game win for them. It means they have the momentum already. Let's see if it still rings true here in game 2. Plenty of time left for Fuel Esports to come back. As noted, a big boom and touch to the ceiling back down. Newton second gets it around 1. Touch on the goal line, a little bit scary. MP3 touches down in front of net. Grant almost puts it in. No, Sustain's going to clear it away. Newton second now in front of the net. MP3 touched a little bit too outside. UMass White doing great to keep that pressure on. Definitely got the adrenaline going for Fuel Esports. They ought to be nervous after UMass White just put up so many shots, kept the ball in front of that orange net. Sustain from their own backboard. Second clears it over to Grant, gets bumped though. Grant low on boost, see what they can do, gets bumped off as well. Fuel Esports getting very physical here. Ball's in front of the net, drop down, bounces up. Sustain with a fake there. Touches down to keep control. Noted takes over. Judging by Sustain's reaction, I'm not entirely sure if that was part of the play they had drawn up. Noted now. Off the backboard, Sustain trying to recover it. 50s, 4 players there, 2 from each team fighting for that ball in the midfield. Neither one wants to give up possession. B3 playing it slow, looking for their teammates. Tries to dribble across, great 50 as well to keep that going. Noted touches it to the corner. Second leaves with Grant. Grant, a big boom across, looking for that double tap perhaps. Can they find it? Yes, 1 bounce to keep them guessing. Great awareness there, great aerial control. Saw that it was going to the backboard and they would not have a touch. Light wheel touch, down 1 bounce. Defender's not expecting it. UMass White is now up by 2, and if I am not mistaken, I think that means that Grant has scored both goals in this game already. 1 more and Grant could earn that hat trick, although Fuel Esports trying to retaliate right now. Shot on target, Grant, a master of offense and defense. Cool under pressure on the goal line. Even the in-game announcer had to hit them with a what a save there. Noted flips too early. The ball's over him and not in the net. UMass White feeling that pressure on defense. Fuel Esports still playing that physical game. Finally, a little bit of a breakaway here. Ball is on the other side. Sustain though, already up. For a flip reset, no, 1 last touch over to Noted. And Newton second, reading the shot. Not even a millisecond before he got that touch to kick it away. Lee Grant going for the bump. Ball moving very slowly in this corner here. And there it is. Newton second's going to put that one away. Grant wanted 1 more. Recognized his teammate was ready to pass it over. Newton second. Laser of a shot. Straight in. Once again, UMass White finds themselves in a 3-0 situation here. Just over a minute left. I don't want to speak too early, but if this is the number 2 team, UMass White has locked in and are crushing it. Little fake from Grant there. 3-3 from the sidewall, 50 neutralizes it. Newton second, great touch on the back wall here, looking to control it. Pops over 1, almost over 2, and gets temoed for his actions. MB3 off the back wall, leaving it wide open. Grant is taking home the hat trick here. MB3 saw there's 2 defenders on him. Just a nice gentle boom to the back wall. Drops right down for Grant, and he can just roll that one in. Both teams doing very well right now, but UMass White just keeping that pressure on, keeping the goals coming. UMass White 5-0 here. Two defenders could not pinch that one out of the net. UMass White is just running away with it here. It is a massacre on the field. Grant playing it slow there. All's for the fake, unfortunately. Sustained though. Capitalizing on that. Grant already recovered. Touch across the midfield. Passed back as well. Grant touched the corner. Newton second is there. Off the back wall. MP3 is already up. Touch again to the back wall. Recognize there's defenders in the way. Newton second cannot finish that shot just yet. Final few seconds here. Grant absolutely popping off this game. 4th goal. Not necessary, but just to remind Fuel Esports who is in charge here. Team Captain Grant putting 4 away. Last second, there it is. UMass White takes Game 2. Grant 4 goals recognized for both rewards there. Grant nearly 800 points, 4 goals for 6 shots. Grant alone had more goals than Fuel Esports had shots. Once again, 2 shots, 1 shot, total of 3 there. No goals to be found at all. UMass White, 2 saves as well. I had mentioned earlier in this stream, if you're a UMass White fan, you want to see them 3-0 sweep here after they did 2 best-of-5, Game 5 double-header last time. And it seems like they might be taking that to heart. Here it is, clock begins to tick down. It is game time in Game 3 here. If UMass White keeps playing like they have been, this may be the final game of the series. Sustained. Good block there. Could be wrong, but I'm not sure that Sustain was in Fennec last time, although I could be entirely mistaken, as UMass White is the team that has captured my full attention here these past few games. Grant low on boost, smart enough to bring it to the wall, grab the mid boost, maybe not the setup he wanted though. As Fuel Esports, opportunity there, no, MB3 is going to deny it. We have someone leaving a match, not entirely sure what has happened here. Both teams still playing on though. Seems like they have rejoined. No goals were scored, so it seems like we can keep playing. Well, it's just about in the midfield as well, so I would not say that either team necessarily took advantage of that situation. Second though, tried to take advantage of that. Grant instead gonna kick that one to the side. Oh, noted. Kicks in front of their own net. Could be terrible. Grant somehow was the last one to touch it right there. You see them clear it to the sidewall. Noted. Not the touch they wanted. Put it in front of the net. As MP3 goes for it, Sustain's going to block it. Take the shot for themselves. Still on target. Credit is going to go to Grant for that one. As UMass White once again takes their first goal in this game. Game 3, already a great start for UMass White here. Would be amazing for them if they can pull this off against the number 2 ranked team. Hold them to 0 goals for the entire series. Nonetheless, the game. All they need to do is play the field as they have been playing it. And keep Fuel Esports, who seem to be falling apart, from even getting close to the net. Although, danger does arise right there. Newton second, though. 0 moves, trying to make a play happen. It's in front of net. Picked through the midfield. MP3 cannot get up to that one just yet. UMass White has been doing good so far. We have seen them get reverse sweeped, unfortunately, before. Hopefully that is not, for their sake, what happens here. If they can just keep the momentum, the energy that they have been bringing to these past 2 games into this game. Just about half the time of regulation left. 1 goal up. See if they can put a second one away, keep the pattern going. Good touches from MP3. Gets a bump as well. Forces 2 defenders to go for that one. Touch in front of net. MP3. What a series of touches. Saw the ball coming down here. Caught it around 2. And then one last touch. Just enough over that last defender. Not enough power to clear it to the backboard. Just enough straight into the back of the net. That is how you play Rocket League. Sustain now with an opportunity for the first time in a while. Tries to get an air dribble. There it is. Sustain putting away the first goal for Fuel Esports, both in this game and in this series. UMass White might be wondering, is the magic lost all of a sudden? They've held them to 0 goals. Now suddenly, Fuel Esports putting one on the board. Sustain tried for a crazy pinch there. Grant read it immediately. Just above the backboard. Oh, a demo comes out and around the last defender. Sustain doing all the work here. Magic might be lost as Fuel Esports tied it up. More specifically, Sustain locking in, getting a second one there. UMass White might have just been a bit too confident after winning 2 in a row and getting 2 goals up here. It is now equalized. Fake kickoff on both teams. Strange to see, but hey, not unheard of. Noted. Picking up the pace here. Demo comes out. Grant left alone in net. Accidental backflip. You can see it right there. Fuel Esports, for the first time in nearly, 14 minutes? Finally taking the lead. And yet UMass White not satisfied with that. Bumps off a kickoff. Newton second. Tries for the pinch there. MP3 gets that last touch right around Sustain. Bottom right corner. UMass White has equalized it once again. Still a minute 30 in this game. UMass White trying to find one more. Both teams, plenty of time to score. Either team could claim the victory here as they look to claim this next goal. All kind of just floating, no one going for it just yet. There it is, Newton second gets a touch, nearly in front of net. MP3 still fighting for it in the corner here. Grant up in the air, light touch in front of net, gonna be cleared away though. Both teams trying to swarm their opponent's net, put up as many shots as possible. That's where Fuel Esports has been lacking. We've seen UMass just putting up shot after shot. End of game scoreboard has shown that as well. Second leaves for MB3. Noted though, trying to get it away from them. 50 in the air. going to be Fuel Esports that results with the ball, but MP3 not even letting that one past the midfield. Both teams locked in. They just need to lock down one more goal here. Could be the opportunity. No. Fuel Esports, 2 defenders always on that goal line. Not want to let one in. MP3 trying to put it on Sustain's head right there. Bumps come out. Sustain fakes it. Shot comes out. No, 3 seconds left. Sustain gets their first hat-trick here. You can see them get the flip reset, put it to good use around MP3. Grant gets a touch, but it is not enough to keep it out of the net. 3 seconds left. UMass White needs to make a kickoff goal happen here. There's a chance. It's still up. There it is. Ball's going to touch the ground, and for the first time in this series, we will see Fuel Esports take a game win. They're asking about a new server, so bear with me for just a second here. Gonna put us on the B-right back screen as we transition to a different server. Alright, a new server is up and running as we get ready for Game 4 here. Little reminder that UMass White has 2 game wins in this series to Fuel Esports 1. Fuel Esports needs 2 more wins to take the series. Meanwhile, UMass White just needs that 1 more. Fuel Esports cannot let UMass White win 1 more game. Give me 1 second while I just once again make sure this is the right server. Yep, everything is working now. Fuel Esports has joined. Both teams have 3 players on the field, so clock will tick down to the kickoff here, and it is game time in Game 4. Both teams should be fully warmed up here. Might be a little bit thrown off by the server change. Doesn't seem like it though. MP3 gets a second touch. Newton second though. Wasn't expecting it. Nobody back for UMass White. Could be terrible here. And there it is. A whip comes out. Newton second, just quick enough to get back. UMass White will not be the first scored on just yet. So far in all 3 games, it has been the UMass White team that has scored the first goal. Although that might be changing right here. Inside corner and in. Sustain, putting up the hat trick last game, has come to play once again. Newton second just could not get the touch they wanted. And so Fuel Esports is going to be the team that takes the first goal in Game 4 here. UMass White now needs to lock in if they want to do something here, take home the win. Whip comes out from Sustain though, who's once again in a different car. Might be confirming the fact that I was right when I said I did not see them in a Fennec last time. Now, in a very, very different car. Usually you will see players in the Octane or the Fennec, occasionally the Dominus. Can't say I am familiar with the car that Sustain is rocking, although it looks very futuristic and very cool. We'll see if a cool car correlates to skill level here, because UMass White has put up the numbers. Ball glitched around Grant there. Might have just been my server ping, but UMass White down 1 now. A minute has passed. Down 2. Sustain feeling confident with their new car. Maybe it's time for the UMass White team to try some different presets. Not entirely sure what happened between Games 2 and Game 3. UMass White no longer on top here. Sustain hard carrying the team for Fuel Esports. Newton second though, and MP3 locked in. Sustain, he gets the perfect flick as well. Newton second can't go for boost just yet. Does get around him. Grant already back though. Touches it up to Newton second, who's on the wall. UMass White been pretty good about scoring rather consistently. Bump comes in, shot, Newton second in their own head, hits themselves with a nice shot for missing that one. Essentially a wide open net. Nerves are definitely a little bit rattled by Sustain and Fuel Esports here, who are just playing different from the first few games. Grant, no touch off the backboard, does fake out at least 3 people there, as you can see. Shot comes out, good save, but Grant ready to retaliate. Definitely talking to themselves right now. UMass White recognizes that they are still down, but that is their first goal. They have the momentum now. You can practically hear them talking about how they scored 1, they can score 2, and if they can score 2, they can take this game at least into overtime and win this whole thing. They just need this 1-game win to end the series. There it is, Newton second. Recognize exactly what I was saying, even if you can't hear me. Light touch there, around noted, Sustain, can't get down to the ball, single bounce, and in. UMass White has tied this up slightly over halfway through this game 4. Sustain still trying to be a pretty heavy hitter here. Meanwhile, UMass White, all members contributing equally here as Grant puts a second one away. That's the thing. Fuel Esports, they have Sustain, who is popping off right now, putting up many goals for themselves. UMass White is just a well-oiled machine. All 3 players contribute heavily to every play that they make, whether it's on offense or defense. And you can see that here. MP3 over to Grant. Grant touches it back to MP3. MP3 takes a shot. It's a little bit too high. Grant already up though. Gets the fake. Touch to the crossbar. Newton second has to back up. Takes the shot though. No, it's not going to fall just yet. UMass White still able to fight for it here. They are up by 1 in a dangerous situation though. Fuel Esports has a chance. Big pinch over the midfield. Grant trying to get a touch to keep it in that orange half. Doesn't work out just yet. MP3 off the back wall. Touch the corner. Newton second. Good 50 over to the other side of the field. Now we go. Loading in the air here. Sustain. Trying for a flip reset. Might have found it. In fact, I think they did because they wave dashed when they land. Could not put it to use on the ball though. Demo on Newton second. Grant's the last one back. No flip reset that time. Newton second. Good speed. Gets a touch there to put it against back past the midline. Shot, there it is, MP3 wasting no time at all. Newton second got it there, right lined up with the post. Sustain doesn't get the touch they need, so MP3 says, you know what, I'm putting that one away for myself. And I could be wrong, but I think that means every player on UMass White has at least 1 goal. Like I said, very well-balanced, well-rounded team. And it shows here as up by 2 in the last minute, forcing the opponents to put a shot on their own net. MP3 bounce touch to the back wall. Grant keeps it in the orange side for just a second. Comes out and Grant, lightest touch ever, but it does get around Sustain. Got the touch they needed, even if it's not the touch they wanted. The announcers let us know that it is less than 30 seconds, and with that, UMass White forced onto defense here, double commit, but it does get saved. MP3 got the flip reset, takes to the wall, Newton second, recovering it though. Noted clears it right to Grant, Grant puts it back to the other side, Newton second and MP3 both there. Here it is, everyone. Last few seconds. Ball touches the ground. My voice is saved from having to cast another entire 5 games because UMass White has taken the game 4 win, meaning They have 3-game wins. That is the series secured for them. And all players above 300 points, they're 300 to 400 points, maybe open to 500. UMass White, like I said, a well-oiled team will do better than a star player. So, GG's to Fuel Esports, but it is UMass White that is going to take this win, meaning that they now have a season score of 4 wins to only 2 losses, which will do them well going into next week. But for right now, I'm going to end things here, so thank you to everyone that stops by. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and we will see you the next time that UMass takes the field.